Okay, I hope my screen is visible, right?
Yes.
See, uh, this is one of the websites that gives you the complete tutorial of Java right from scratch. Okay, till like even covering up the Java object-oriented programming concepts also. So anytime you can go back to this website and you can know about things. So let me just recap things that we covered in our previous sessions. See, when coming to basic structure of Java programs, right? So we talked about what simple, bare minimum things that we need to have in our Java program. There's something called as documentation section, okay? And then there is something called as package statement, import statements, interface statements, and there's something, the main thing, which is class definition. See, without our classes, we cannot write Java programs. So every program needs to contain at least one uh, Java class, that's class definition. And throughout our program, whether we have one or two classes, irrespective of the number of classes we have, we need to definitely have one main method, right? So the main method class, it contains the main method. Okay, in whichever class our main method is present, we call that class as main method class. So we may have n number of classes, but any one of those classes will it should definitely have one main method. Okay, and I have also told you, like, the execution of our program will begin from main method. Clear, guys?
Yes.
You see the documentation section, what is written here. You can write a comment in this section. Comments are, we talked about comments, right? Single line comments, multi-line comments. Comments are beneficial for the programmer. Like, we write some code, but once we close our program, we close our project, and we come back after a week or a month or a year, and when I come back and I look at my code, I should be able to understand what I have written, what does that code mean. So for that reason, what coders or the programmers do is they write a few comments just below or above their code, like, this is what is present in this code. Okay, for that reason we use comments. And about the package thing, see, uh, uh, in my workspace, I may have n number of projects. Okay, the scope of the project may be different. I may be developing a program to write a calculator, or I may be developing some other program, right? Some other specific thing. So what I can do is, one particular program, okay, one particular scope of thing, I can put that into a package. Okay, so let's suppose uh, a car factory. I have one thing which from which I prepare cars of different models. So main scope of thing is car factory, car development or something like that. So that all those classes I can put together into one single package. Okay, so that is kind of grouping. In our files, we do that, right? We create folders, and within that main folder we create subfolders, and within those subfolders we create some x number of files, right? That way this is called packaging. Okay, then import statements, see, like, since we use Java and we have so many built-in Java codes. Okay, we need not write everything. So okay, let's suppose we want to print something, right? We use println, system dot out dot println. You guys remember println, printf, only print
Yes,
statement,
sir.
right? So those classes are predefined. The system, then out, println, these functions are predefined. What we do is we only import those classes, and then directly we can use the code. No, we need not write all the boilerplate code. We call those as boilerplate code. The code is already written. We just have to import them and use it. This way there are n number of classes, predefined classes, that are present in our jdk. Or we can even download the jar files from website and all. Mm, one example is you do have something called as uh, XSDs, you know, what do we call them as? XSDs, right? XML files. Or let's suppose you want to write a program to develop or prepare a PDF, right? You have some piece of code, you have some text, you want to convert that into a PDF. So for that, we do have predefined classes using which we can, write our code that will give us a PDF document. We have text, but using those predefined classes or libraries, okay, to be more specific, those are called libraries. So we can use them, and we don't have to write the complete code. We can use their methods, whatever we need we will use that, and we'll try to get what we need. So for that reason we use our import statements. Then interfaces, you will get to know about this in next a few. When you start with object oriented programming, you will get to know about interfaces. So let us not go with that for now. Then you have class definition. As I mentioned, a Java program may contain several classes, but either of one class should contain the main method. And the main method class, what does it say? Every Java standalone program requires the main method, as it is the starting point of the program. Wherever your main method is present, irrespective of that, when you run your program, main method is the first thing that is going to be executed. Okay, that is one thing. Then we did write a hello world program, right? See, all the things are covered here. I did mention about the public keyword, right? We call them as keywords.
Yes.
Public is a keyword, class is a keyword, okay? Static, void, these are all keywords. We cannot use them while declaring our variables. In previous class I showed you guys, we cannot use class for declaring any of the method name or the variable. These are all predefined, they are occupied, we cannot use them. Okay, so, and I told you about public. Public is you can access this from anywhere of your package or your project. Outside of this class, you can access the member variables and member methods of this class. Let's suppose public class hello is my class. I have a method inside this hello class to print hello. Okay, this is the main method. Apart from main method, I do have one function that tells me hello and whatever name I give it to. Hello program. Let's suppose we have a hello program inside this hello class. Since my hello class is public, I can use this hello method outside of this class from any of the other classes. So that is what it means, like access, having public as the access identifier. If you have it as private, so you cannot use whatever is within this class outside of the class. Whatever you write inside the class, you cannot use it outside the class. That is what it means by private. Okay, we have public key, we have private, and we do have protected. Protected is you can use it within the package. As I mentioned you, package is one grouping thing. Within the package you may have multiple classes, so you can share things between 2 or 3 classes when you give them as protected. Okay, so and keep in mind of the syntax also, guys. See, you declare a class by saying public class hello, you have a open bracket, and then finally you have a closing bracket. As I mentioned, if you want to use multi-line comments, this is how you do it: a backward slash and a star, and then again end it with a star and a backward slash. So whatever you write in between these two, that will be counted as comments that won't be executed by the compiler. Okay, and we also know that after writing a statement, every statement should end with a semicolon, right? And system.println is something that we used to print on the console. And if you want to print text, like say string characters, you want to print characters or words or any text, okay, that is going to be constant, you are not going to change that. So in that case, what you do is you write that within double quotes. Whatever you write within the double quotes, that will be printed on the console as is. Okay, it will not be changed. Now if I am printing system.out.println hello world, then in my console definitely I will get hello Java, then I'll get in the console as hello Java itself. Okay, so this was one of the starting programs that we executed after installing Java. Then there are a few keywords that we need to take care of, we need to remember. You have to keep in mind that Java code is a case sensitive, and yeah, just keep this in mind, guys. It is case sensitive. See, okay, let me open up a text pad. See, uh, let me say I have a public class demo. This is my class name. I have open and close braces. Okay, then whatever I write inside this will be within the class. Let me write a main method. So how do I write a main method? I'll write public static void. I told you about void, right? That is the return type. Void means I'm returning nothing from this method. Just remember that for now. Void, whenever I have within before the method name, if I have void, it means that the method does not return anything. Okay, the method does not return anything. Public static void main, then we have these brackets, and inside this we'll have a string args, array of string args, right? String array of args. Then a method should have open and close curly brackets, right? So system dot out dot println. Hello, fine. See, whatever content I write within these double quotes, that will be printed as is. Okay. Uh, this is a sample Java program. Now, what I was telling you is case sensitive. Let's suppose I want to declare two integers, okay, two variables. Let's suppose num1 and num2. If I have it as int, type is integer, I will say num is equal to, let's say 5. Then I do declare one more integer. You can do it in this way also. Int num is equal to 5 and case sensitive. Let me say I write it as n capital UM and 6. Now the first integer and the second integer both are different. Okay, this is what it means by case sensitive. N small letter num is a different variable. Then n with capital UM is a different variable. This is why we call it is case sensitive. Okay, and then if you have int num is equal to 7, then this num is also different than the other ones. And see, you can write it in 3 lines. Else, what you can do is the other way is also, if the type of the variable that you are declaring, if it is supposed to be same, in my case it is integer, right? So I can just put a comma and declare the other variable is equal to 6. Again put a comma and declare the next variable. And since this is a statement, I should end this with a semicolon. I can write it in a single line also. The condition is it should be the variables that I am declaring, all the variables should belonging to be the same type, data type, that is integer, right? So let me put a comment here. Data types. We'll come to know these data types. Now you guys know now like what is case sensitive, right? And also remember one thing, every class should begin with a capital letter. As you see here, demo, D is capital. Every class name should start with a capital letter. And you need to make a habit of, whenever you write your method, see, there are two things. One is member variables and member methods. A class will contain two things, member variables and member methods. Now, see what I have written here. This is nothing but member variables. I am declaring variables, right, within this class. So these are called member variables of this class. What do you call the member methods? Let's suppose I have a method to add two numbers, right? So I'll write the method. I want the method to be public. I will write it as static. You'll come to know why we are writing static here, okay? Public static. For timing, let me have it as void. Add two numbers. See the case. You will have to look at the case and the how I am writing. You see here, the first letter of the method is small letter. The first letter of the variable is also small letter. So you need to remember two things. When you are writing a class name, it should always start with a capital letter. When you are writing your member variables and member methods, the first letter should be a small letter. This is called camel case. This is called camel case. That is, first letter will always be small letter. Next, there are three words, right? Add is a one word. TO2 is the second word. Numbers is the third word. So, leaving the first word's first letter, the other words will start with with the capital letter. You see, add is a word. Since add is first word, A will be small. Next, all the other words, two, the first letter will be capital. Numbers, the first letter will be capital. So this is how you need to maintain the camel case thing. Okay. Then I have this open and close bracket, open and close parenthesis, curly braces. Okay. This is how the outer structure will look like. If you want to write a method, the outer structure will be something like this. Now, let us declare two variables here, okay, for just simple purpose. Let me say int a is equal to 5, int b is equal to 15. Now, I will write the system.out.println line, this statement to print the result. Sum is will be printed as is. Okay. Outside this codes, I'll put a plus operator and I will write. Let me write a third statement here. I will declare int c is equal to, I need addition of two numbers. What are those? That is a and b. So what will this piece of line do? It will add a and it will add b. 5 plus 15, 20. And it will store in what variable?
C.
It will store in c variable. And what do I have to write here? I want to print sum. So I will write what? I need to write the variable name here. That is c.
C.
When I write c, what will the output look like? Output will be sum is followed by this variable's value. What is this variable's value after executing
20.
the program? That will be 20,
20.
right? So that is what we'll get as the execution. That will be the result. That will be it will be 20. So this, whatever I have written here, this is a function or this is a method to return this is a method to add two numbers. Okay, two numbers. So what I was telling is, this is nothing but member method. Okay, member variable is what we are doing here. We are initializing, we are declaring variables, right? These are called member variables, and the method or the function that we write, that will be called as member methods. So just keep those things in mind. To write a Java program, you must have to define a class first. As I said, the whole concept is about classes here. Without a class, we cannot write our program. We do have to write a class. And one thing that I told, what this says is the class name and the file name should always be same. Okay. In our early classes, we did that, right? See, if I'm writing class as demo, then when I save this, I should save it as same class name dot Java. The file name and the class name both should be same. That is one thing. When you use your IDE, Eclipse IDE or your IntelliJ IDEA, there when you create a class, it will automatically create you a class with the file name as whatever name you give. So there you need not worry. Next, let us look into variable parts of the above Java program. As we talked, public class hello. This will create a class with hello as the name. And you see here, all class names must start with a capital letter. Hello, H is capital. Demo, D is capital. Okay. We talked about comments. We talked about braces. What will these two curly braces do? They are used to group all the commands. So it is known as the commands belong to that class. Whatever you write within those curly braces, it means that whatever you have written within those curly braces that belong to that particular class, right? Say here, this is the starting tag and this is the ending brace. Whatever we are writing with inside these two braces, it means that that content belongs to that particular class. Now this method add two numbers. There is starting and finishing, starting and ending tag, open and close curly braces. Whatever I have written inside these two curly braces, it means that this piece of code belongs to that particular method. Okay, for that we have those curly braces. And see, this is one statement, I have semicolon at the end. This is second statement, I have semicolon at the end. Third statement, I have semicolon at the end. Fourth statement, I do have semicolon at the end. And methods, at the end of methods, we don't have semicolon. See, this is wrong. I should not have this semicolon here. Only at finishing when I end my statement, I should have the semicolon. It means that it is end of the statement. Like we have our English writing, right? After after writing a sentence, what we do? We put a full stop, right? So that way, after writing my statement, I will have to put a semicolon. It means I'm ending the statement. Okay. Then we have public, static, void, main. I told you about this, right? When the main method is declared as public, it means that it can be used outside the class because we have declared it as public. See, if I have another class, okay, let's suppose I have another class. Okay, these are two different files. I have hello, right? So inside, since I have declared this as public, I can use this method add two numbers here also. Let's suppose there is nothing here and even this is not there. What I can do, I can just simply add two numbers. I can just call add two numbers here. Why? Because since this class is public, I can use whatever is present inside this method outside of that class. I'll be able to use this add two numbers outside that class also. That is what it means by public. Static, it is used when we want to access a method without creating its object. Okay, as we call the main method before creating any class objects. What it means is, let's suppose we have this demo. Okay, and then inside that I have this method add two numbers. See, I did not create an object of this class demo. Since this is object oriented programming, if I did not mention static here, how do I access this method here? So what I have to do is, first thing is I need to create an object of this class. How do you create an object of the class? This is something new. Okay, just see how we do that. I'll write the class name demo. I will give it a variable. I'm writing an object. See, let's suppose your class is a car. Okay, example, car is nothing but a class. Now car can be any type of car, right? Like the different names, we do have different cars, right? We have Maruti Suzuki, we have Swift, we have Honda City, we have Audi, we have n number of cars, right? Different cars. So what do we do? So what we'll do is we'll just write a simple car. Okay, car class. We'll create different objects of that class car. One object is Swift car, the other object is Honda City, the other class is Audi. So in this way, we a class can have different objects. So that is called object. Now I am creating an object of this demo class. So I should write first the class name, followed by what is the variable that I want to give. Let's suppose I'm giving the variable as demo. See, when I'm declaring variable, I'm giving small letter. You need to keep in mind is equal to, I will use this new as a keyword. Whenever we create objects, okay, we need to use this keyword new, new, new. We need to use this keyword. So demo is equal to new. Again class name, open close parenthesis, put a semicolon. What this does is it will give me an object of the above class. This particular class is summed up and that will be present as this demo. So what I do, I will do demo dot, whenever I do demo dot, it will show me whatever methods or variables I have in this thing. It will show demo dot num, demo dot this num. It will show me as demo dot add number. So I need to use this method. So I will write add two numbers, open close brackets, close. So when I don't have static, okay, whenever I don't have static here, this is how I have to use that method. I'll have to first create an object of that class. This is called creating object, okay, of this particular class, demo class. I'm creating an object. Using that object, I should be able to access the method of this class. Else, if I have declared this method as static, then I did not do all these things. I can directly use, I can call this add two numbers method and I can just use this. Okay, let me see if I can execute this piece of codes in my Eclipse IDE. Mm. Any one of you is trying to, execute this in your IDs? Okay, just tell me how many of you have installed Java and that IntelliJ IDEA among the present participants?
Sir, myself, Sudha, I have installed.
Okay, you have
Installing, it asked for file JDK.
okay. So
You have chosen 1.8 something in the video I saw, but for me it showed 2 point something.
okay. Did you first install Java JDK in your loop?
Yes, sir.
It's present, right?
Yes.
Okay, then that is clear. Second thing, did you install IntelliJ IDEA, that IDE?
Yes.
Okay. So is it possible to share your screen so that let us see if we can rectify things?
1 minute.
Okay, fine. And others, if you have your laptops or PC, I would recommend even you guys, download as soon as possible. You download or install Java and that IDE so that we can start coding. Once we start practically writing code, no, at that time we'll understand what actually it means. When we get errors, right? Whenever we get errors in writing things, looking at those errors, we'll understand, yeah, this is something that I'm writing wrong, and this is how the actual syntax should be. Okay. So I highly recommend you guys to start writing codes.
Right.
Okay, I'll stop sharing.
Okay, sir.
Huh.
Sir, I have shared my screen. Hello? Hello? Sir, can you see the screen? Hello?
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Now
Yeah. What you can do is just type in your search bar, type in CMD. Let us see. Open up your command prompt. Yeah, just open that. Type in Java -v, Java space, give a space, hyphen, version. Yeah. Hit enter. See, Java 1.8 is installed. Okay, no worries. Did you set the environmental variables?
no, sir.
Okay. Oh, you type in the search bar, you type in control panel. Yeah. Go into the. Okay. You type in environmental variables
Where do I type that?
in the search tab. Not there. The bottom left.
Okay, here.
Yeah. Type in. Yeah. Click on that. Edit the system environmental variables. It just went away. Remove a few characters from that.
Yeah.
See, you have that the above one. Edit the
This one?
system menu. Yeah,
Okay.
just click on that. Click on environment variables. You have a button there, right? Yeah. Okay, you have integer, you have path, right? You have something called as path. Just click on that. The upper, the top half.
Yeah, here.
Yeah. Click that.
Okay.
On edit.
Okay.
Okay. See, you have not set your Java home path here. Okay. So what you have to do is you go to the folder where your Java folder, JDK folder is present, or the Java folder is present.
Okay. How do I go there?
Do you know that? Okay. Go to your file explorer. That yellow color thing, file explorer, files thing. In the taskbar bottom in the taskbar, you have that yellow. That is called as file explorer.
Yeah, okay.
Go into local disk C. Yeah. Go to program files. Yeah, click that. Click on Java. JRE 1.8. Is this the thing? Double click on it. You have JRE 1.8. Is this the? Is it the same thing that you installed? Are you sure of this?
So when I was clicking it, it showed me 2.0. I mean 2.2. Fine.
Go out of this folder. Go back to local disk C. You can just click on that local disk C on the top.
Here.
You
Here.
have just click on it. Yeah. Click on that program files, the above folder. Do you have Java here? No, right?
No, sir.
Okay. Go inside that the previous folder itself. Java program files 86. Go inside Java. Go inside JRE 1.8. Just copy this path. Click on that path. Not
This one.
there. Not there. Bring your cursor to the right side. That itself. Yeah, just click. Not
Here.
there. Not the drop down. Just take your cursor to the left. Yeah,
This
left.
one.
Left. Yeah, just take your cursor to the left. Just copy this.
Okay.
This is the location where your JRE is present. Okay.
Okay.
You need to specify this in your environmental variables, saying that, boss, look, this is the folder location where my Java is installed or my Java folder is present. So for that, you copy this and go inside this environmental variables.
Yeah.
Click on path, edit, click on new,
Um,
new top.
Okay.
Click on it. Put those two percentages. You need to start with a percentage and end with a percentage.
Okay. Okay.
At the end, you put a percentage. Okay. This is your main folder. Now just click on OK. Below in system variables, you also have Java there, right? You have path.
Yeah.
Yeah. Click on that and click on edit.
Okay.
Okay. See, even here, what you have to do is you need to point the bin folder. Now go back to that folder. Let this be like this itself.
Okay.
Can go to the bin folder. Go to bin folder.
Yeah.
Now copy this path.
Okay.
Just copy that and go back to this environmental variables tab. Yeah. Click on new.
Here.
Click new. We can just paste. Don't put percentage here. Just paste the complete path.
Okay.
Okay. The bin folder thing. Okay. Click on OK now.
Okay.
Click on OK.
Okay.
Again click on OK. So this
Just
is just good. Now
okay.
your environmental path setup is done.
Okay.
You open up your IDE now, that IntelliJ IDE.
Okay. This one I'll just close it.
Just minimize. Yeah, you can. Okay.
Okay, I'll just close. Minimize it.
Yeah, you open up your IntelliJ IDE community. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay. Just maximize this window. Just click on next. Just click on next. Next. And next.
Next.
Yeah, next. These are tips. You can just ignore them. Just click on close now. Let us see. Okay. Just maximize the window.
Okay.
Okay. To make sure if your program is running, what you can do is just right click.
Okay.
And you see that run main.main, right?
Yeah.
That play button. Yeah. Click on that.
Okay.
It's printing, right?
Yes.
Hello and welcome, and then iterations.
Yes, sir.
So now what you can do is whenever you want to write things, you can write inside this main class itself. Or
Okay.
else, if you want to create a new class inside this package, on the left side, you see that SRC folder.
Yes.
So that is one of your folders.
Okay.
Inside this folder, you can create your classes. Okay, whatever we cover in our sessions, you can use those classes.
Okay.
Now what you do is, now this is a main class, right?
Okay.
You remove that for loop, line number 18 to 15, line number 10 to 15. Just remove everything.
From here to
15, yeah. Just remove those things. Just remove. Yeah. Remove that bracket also. Line number 10, curly brace. Yeah.
okay.
Now, whatever I did here, um, I'll send this piece of code in the group chat. Just copy this, and paste inside that main class.
So I'll minimize this thing.
In the meeting, in the chat thing, I've send you the piece of code. See, on the bottom itself, you will get that. Not here. On the bottom, in the meeting chat, not in the WhatsApp chat, in the Zoom meeting chat itself.
Wait. So wait. One minute.
You don't see that, is it?
No, sir, I don't have.
Do you see your mute and unmute button of the meeting? No.
No, sir, you don't see it.
Okay, where did you click your share screen button?
On the web, WhatsApp web page.
No, share screen thing. Where did you read that? When you
Yes.
shared your screen,
Yes.
okay. There, don't you see your chat?
Chat. Yes.
In
But
chat, do you see that piece of code?
no, sir, I can't see that.
Okay, I'll paste it in the WhatsApp group. Just copy it from there. Okay.
Okay. WhatsApp web page. This one, right?
Just copy. Add method. Not that.
Oh,
This
okay.
one.
This one. Yes.
Just copy. Yeah, just copy that. We'll just showcase the output in the group. Yeah, copy that and paste it in your main.java file.
Yeah.
You paste it outside this method. See, this is your main method.
Okay. Here.
You're placing it outside your class now.
Oh, okay. Here.
This is the right place. Just paste it. Okay.
Yes.
Now, let's suppose you copy that system.out printf from the line number 7. Okay, you need not do that. Below that line number 7, you write add two numbers. Copy this method's name. Method name. Add two numbers is the method name. Just copy that method name. Just type enter. Hit enter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you need to just format it. Place it inside that.
You're
Just
right.
hit tabs. Hit tab. Now again, just save the file. Control S. It will automatically save, but to make sure, you just hit Control S. Right click and
Control S.
run the program. Run the method. Yeah. So you should be able to see the sum is 20 as an output. You got that right?
Yes, sir.
So now, why do you think, guys? I want you also guys to just maximize this window so that things will be clear. Now, see, in one single line itself, it is printing hello and welcome, then sum is 20. I want it to print in two different lines. So what should I do? What I'll do in line number 7, instead of writing it as printf, I will write it as print ln. Just remove that f. See, when you wrote println, it is suggesting you methods. This is the beauty of using IDEs. Okay, it will suggest things. Just like in our WhatsApp chatting, if I write only a few 2-3 letters, it will show me the next things, right? The completing of the words. So that is how it works here also. So you can use println. Now just save and again run the program. You can click on that play button on the top right directly. Top
So right here.
right, yeah, top right,
Oh,
right.
yes,
You
sir. I
have
play.
that play.
Yes, I
Your
did it.
voice is breaking, sir.
I
Got
yes,
right.
I
So the sum is printed on the
yes,
next line. Now, see, this is only one class. Now let us create another class. How do you do that? You go to that SRC thing. On the left side, you have the package, right?
yes, sir.
Right click on that SRC. Right on the SRC, you write. Guys, see, this is how you want to. You should create a class. Click on new. When you say new, you it shows so many things. There is something called a Java class, right? Now click on that Java class. This is how you create a class. Click on the Java class.
Yes,
Is in that name place. You write the name as demo. How do you write the name? The first letter should be always capital, right? Okay, just hit enter and boom, you see a class being created for you, right?
okay.
And here in the left side, you can see inside the SRC folder, you have two classes. One is demo, the other is main.
Good.
Now, as I told you guys, now go to that main .java class. You have on it is showing two classes open for you. Here
Yes,
in the
sir.
main middle thing, you have main.java and demo.java, right?
Yes,
In the middle screen, you can hit there also, but in the middle screen, you have main.java, demo.java with a cross mark. Do you see that?
yes, here.
Just click on demo now. So you
Yes.
can go to this class. Go if you want to go back to main.java, just click on that main.java.
Okay.
Now what we will do is we have a method called public static void add two numbers in main.java class.
Yes. Okay.
I want to use this in demo.java class. So since I have written public, I have told this method as public and I have written static, so I can directly use the method name. Just copy the method name, add two numbers. Double click on that add two numbers. You double to copy that. Double click,
Yes.
copy, just control C. You have copied it. Go to the demo.java now. Go to the second class. Yeah. You write system dot between those curly braces, write capital S system dot out dot println. Don't put double quotes. Just paste that method name. Put open and closing brackets, parentheses, not the curly ones. The
I already did it.
no, that is the outer println methods thing. What you need to do, add numbers, open and close parentheses. Okay. Now outside, since this is a statement, you need to end it with a semicolon. Now
Okay.
let us see what it is telling. Just highlight on println. What error is it telling? Cannot resolve symbol println. Is there anything missing? Go to main.java class. Copy that system.out.println line.
This
You can copy that. Go to demo.java. Just play, paste it below this line.
below that, sir.
Below that line number 2.
Okay.
Okay, still it is. Okay, let us see if there are any import statements present here? No, right?
No, sir.
Both statements present there. Invalid method declaration. Return type required. Okay.
Should we write static void and
just give me the control.
I think there is extra bracket. Add two numbers. There is.
that's a function we need to give.
Not resolve method add two numbers in demo. Since this is public, so then we're able to use that. Let us see by creating the main class object here. Main, I'll say it as main class is equal to new main, open and close brackets, and I aligned it with a colon. Next, I will use this main class object. Okay, I will write this. I'll put a, when I write a dot here, it will show me all the methods present in that. One method was main class dot add two numbers. Oh,
Now it is.
make it return a boolean. What if I don't have? It should have worked fine, but I'm not sure. That's the code. Extends. We'll come back to this later. I'm not sure why I'm not able to create the object of this and access it. Main class dot no suggestions. For some reason, it is not showing me suggestions. Okay, I'll just leave the control. You just keep your screen sharing. Let us
Okay.
see if you have anything to cover after that. Java setup is done. Java fundamentals.
So if I have to write a program, I have to go to the SRC and create a new class.
Yeah,
And
you can create a new class, or inside the same class itself, you can write multiple methods or
Okay.
functions. You can use one single class itself.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, we you are clear about using operators, right? See, uh, guys, you have arithmetic operators with plus, minus, star is nothing but into, slash is division. You're clear about that, right?
Yes,
Just
sir.
give me the control. I'll just showcase those things. Okay.
Approve, sir.
Let me just close this. Can you go back to the yeah,
Yes.
my internet connection is a bit unstable.
Internet.
Think.
Here. Hello? Hello? So,
Yeah. Yeah. So now let me say I want to perform addition. What I'll do, I'll declare two variables, int a. Okay. Let me use this piece of code itself. Okay. Addition we have done. Let us do
we'll
subtract.
write here only next line after this. After the 15th line.
Let us write different methods. Okay.
Okay.
Sub two add two numbers is this method. Subtract two numbers is this method. Okay. To multiply, let us write a method.
Okay.
We'll just update these things. See, why is it showing me error here? Let me see. Let me just hover on this. It says sub two numbers is already defined in main, right? So I cannot use the same method name again. So what I'll do, since I'm multiplying here, let me write MUL, multiply two numbers, and then finally this will be divide two numbers. These are different methods. And one thing that I'll do, instead of declaring this inside this method, I will just remove this and I will declare it outside that.
Maybe. Okay.
So that I can use these two variables. Okay, let me put C also here itself. Integer C. I'll have nothing inside. I'm just declaring. I'm not initializing. I'm just declaring. Okay. So
CD.
here you see it's showing some error. Let us see. Non-static field C cannot be referenced from a static context. Since I've written this as static, because I want to use this method, I need to use that method inside main method. For that reason, I've declared this as static. Right. Let me remove these two things. I'll keep it as simple as possible. I'll remove int from here. So, and the other thing is see, if I want to use this int variable a, b, and c inside these static methods, I need to make them also as static. Okay, guys, I need to declare this method as static. Okay. Next, the other variable b, I need to make this as also static. C also as static. What does this error tell me? It says cannot resolve method add two numbers in add two numbers. See here it is TWO, but here it is TO. So the method is itself not present. Add TO2 numbers is the method is not present. That is why it is giving error.
Okay.
Have this. I will have add two numbers. I see what I am doing is I have written the method here. I am calling this method in the main method.
Okay.
Right. So I'm calling, this is called calling the method. If I write only add two numbers, what it will do, it will go inside this method, and whatever is present, it will do that. Now, in addition, I want C as A plus B, right? Sum is C. In subtraction, what do I want? Do I want A plus B? No, right?
A
I
minus
want the
B.
subtraction.
B minus A.
I will write C is equal to A minus B, and I will write, as for my convenience, I will write it as subtraction is, I'll print C. And in multiplication,
Sir,
I need not declare int A and B here. Yeah.
We can
Yeah,
declare
you're
C equals A plus B, C equals A minus B. Everywhere you can tell, I mean, we can declare C only as C.
see, because I've directly, I have, this is as a global declaration. See, thank you. Let me clear two things here. There is something called as global declaration and local declaration. Okay. I'll put that in comment. Global declaration. And the other thing is local declaration. Now, what does global declaration mean? Means you can use it inside the class wherever required. Matlab, you declare it only once. You can use it throughout your class. Within your class, okay, where does my class start? My class starts from here, right? This open bracket and then this closing bracket. Inside this open and close curly bracket, I can use the variable anywhere. Now, what I have done here is this is global declaration. I am declaring it inside this main class, but not inside any method, right? Initially, what did I do? I declared it like this. If I am declaring int A, B, and C as this, I cannot use these variables outside this method. What is this method? What is the scope of this method? Range, scope. It is only between these two curly braces, starting and it is highlighting, right? So whatever I declare inside this method, only inside this method itself I can use them. I cannot use those outside the method. Let's suppose I am declaring this integer as test. Int test is equal to 5. Now, if I use this test somewhere else apart from this method, if I try to use it here, test is equal to, let's say, 10. It is a red color. Let us see what does it tell. It says cannot resolve symbol test. It says create local variable because test is not present. Test ka scope is only inside this div method. Okay, its origin, we say in common language, its origin, its birth, it is only inside this method, right? I cannot use it outside that. That is called local declaration. When you declare anything inside a method, that is local declaration.
Okay.
When you declare something outside your, you want it to be used throughout your code, that is throughout your class, then you need to do global declaration, right? So what I have done it here. I have declared 3 variables. Let me write it as public because I want it to be accessible.
Okay.
So I will write public keyword. Public static. Type of my variable A is int. Here also I will do public. Here also I will do it as public. Okay. What does it mean? I can access these variables outside my class also. And static, why static? Because I am using them inside this main method. I want to do that, right? So for that reason, I am writing this as static.
Okay.
And also my method declaration, you see what is the syntax of the method? Public, static, void. What does void mean? My method does not return anything.
Okay.
Okay, return statements will get back in some other classes. So void means I'm returning nothing. When I call this add 2 numbers here inside my main method, when I write add 2 numbers and I run this, when my compiler comes to this line, it says add 2 numbers. So it will go inside this method. The method is this. It says C is equal to A plus B. Whatever is A is 5 and B is 15. So 15 into 5, whatever the output is, it will give sum is, so addition, right? So 15 plus 5, 20, it will say sum is 20. When I call sub 2 numbers, subtraction, it will say 5 minus 20.
No.
Okay. For your simplification, let me just give this as a bigger number.
20.
A is 15. I'll make this as 5. Okay,
Okay.
just for your convenience. So 15 minus 5, it will give us output as 10. Multiplication, what operator should I use? I should be using star operator. Okay. So this is the star operator. On your number 8, you will have star. Just press shift 8. It will print star. That is, it will multiply 15 into 5 and
Yeah.
multiplication is, see, whatever I'm writing inside the double quotes, it will be printed as is. After that, plus C, whatever will be in C, that will print C. And here, let me just remove these 2 lines and no declaring it. I'll use the global variable. Whatever I'm using in other methods, I will do that. See, what I'm doing throughout my program, I'm dividing it into smaller steps, right? This is the beauty of Java. You can divide your, apart from functional programming, this here you can write different methods and all clubbed together, you can use it in one place. So for dividing, what operator should I be using? I will use this slash. This slash operator is used for division. Okay, so I will print division is. I hope now you know what the output will be, right? Since I have initialized value to them, int A is 15, int B is 5. Okay, so let me use the other methods also here. I'm calling add numbers, I'm calling sub numbers. Let me use, I just wrote MUL, it is showing me this. I will write this and then I will use, I am calling the div method here, right? So let me just run now. I will click on this play button, that is run main method. It gives some error on line number 4.
This is a demo. So this is a different.
Let us just come in. Maybe it was running. Right?
Yeah.
First, when I run, it came to this main method. How did it compile? Step by step, I'm telling you that. The console, the compiler, the control came to this main method. Inside this main method, first these 2 lines are comments, so it will not execute them. It came to the line number 7. In line number 7, there is one print statement telling hello and welcome. Same as is first, it will print. It has printed hello and welcome. Next, it will come to 8, line number 8. In line number 8, what am I telling? I am calling one method. I am calling a method, that is add two numbers. So it will go inside this add two numbers. What is present inside add two numbers? We have written one statement, that is C is equal to A plus B. A is 15 plus B is 5. 15 plus 5, 20. So 20 is present in C. Next, system.println. I'm printing something. What am I printing? Sum is C. C is 20. So it prints sum is 20. Right. Next, again it will go back to wherever it was. It executed this line. It will go to line number 9. There is matlab subtract two numbers. It will call this method. It will go inside this method, and whatever is present inside this method, it will execute that. What is present? It says C is equal to A minus B. So A is 15, B is 5. So 15 minus 5 is 10, and it will say like subtraction is 10, right? Next, in your multiplication numbers, it will say 15 into 5, 75. Division, 15 by 5. 5 1, 5 3 times is 15. So it will tell division is 3.
Okay.
So this is how you write your simple short methods.
Okay.
Now, one thing we need to do is we should try using these methods inside our main demo class. Why were we not able to do that? I will just, if you don't want add two numbers to execute, you just write 2 slashes. That will become a comment. Okay, let me just comment all the methods here, and I will try accessing them from demo class, from other class. I should be able to do the inside demo class. Import, copy the path of this main class. Copy path, paste it here. let us see this in the next class. Like from one class, using the methods of one class into another class. Okay, let us see that. For some reason, it is not importing those things. When you just click over here dot, it will show you all the methods of this main class. Add numbers, subtract numbers, multiply, all these things you'll be able to see here. Let us see this in the next class. Okay, it isn't suggesting. Just keep it as it is. In the next class or in tomorrow's class, we'll see how we do that. Okay. For now, like we know, we did learn a bit of things. We learned what is public static. We learned about local declaration, and then global declaration. How do you how to write different methods? Short piece of codes, individual piece of codes, and using them. Right. Here we have declared int a and int b like static numbers. What if we want to dynamically give numbers? 15 5. Now if I want to change those numbers, I'll have to change it here. So this is not good, right? I want to dynamically change that. Whenever I call a method, I should give what is a, what is b. That we will cover in our next class. Okay.
Sir, I think for demo we need to add extends.
See, extend. When I use extend, I need not create a class here.
Extends mean.
Yes. Try that. It isn't still suggesting. Main class dot add numbers.
We have to remove that comment.
There is no comment here, right?
No, so in the main.
No, not inside main. Here I have this add two numbers, right? I'm directly using it there.
There, if you remove that, then show. We have put comment.
See, that is, I'm using the method inside this main method.
Okay.
That is fine. That is okay. Let us see in tomorrow's class, we'll try to cover that. For now, let it be, we'll stop here. I'll just give you the control and you just stop sharing the thing.
Okay.
Let us see what we can cover in our next sessions.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Rupia. I'm not able. 1 minute.
So you aren't able to?
This one to say like Java beginners, it's coming untitled. Did I should change in environmental variable paths or what else? I'm not able to save file has it's coming untitled.
You just share the screen. Okay.
Here. Untitled.
Okay, so just right click on that. Not here. Just right click that.
1 minute.
You will see an option to rename it. Right click. Okay, you have paste, you have refactor, rename.
Written on the page. Refactor. Yes, rename. Can I?
Yeah, click on rename, and you can just write. Java, don't give a space. Okay, write it in caps. First letter, write it in cap for your convention. Just write it Java. Don't give a space. Just start with the cap
Beginners,
letter.
okay, no. B also.
Every word's first letter, just give it as a capital.
Oh,
Java for beginners.
for
It can be anything. We'll just
okay.
try keeping it Java for beginners.
Oh shit.
Okay, just hit OK.
Here, but it's coming untitled in before, no? Maybe I should give
Give
part.
me the content.
Okay.
That is too long. Let's see.
Refactor. Rename.
The module name is the rename module, but I need to rename the project. Or else one thing you can do is
Path.
wherever your project is located.
Mhm.
Mhm. Open in Explorer. You can see this.
In C. Okay.
You can go to File,
Mhm.
Open,
Admin.
and wherever your admin.
Down.
Idea
Idea.
projects.
Project Java.
Java for business. Click OK.
I did
Press
it.
the cursor. And you have this one. You can go to your SRC folder. Try to print some in your program. Okay, whatever this has done here, right?
Yes.
Adding numbers.
Mm.
In sum, you have num1 plus 2 now. What we'll do, we'll just
Mm.
write sum is
Yes. Only two number have taken.
come out of these quotes, put a plus sign, and
Sum is
copy this variable. Whatever variable you storing that sum value, you write that here. Save and try
then
run.
run. main right click now.
You can do that, or you can just click on that play button.
Which one? Just double.
You
Yes.
have this play button, right? Just click on that.
Okay, I got it.
You see, hello and welcome, and it's printed.
Yeah.
Since we are using printf, it is printing in the same line.
Print out, yeah.
You can avoid that by using printf.
Print
Once again, you just run it once again, and you see it's printed in two different lines.
Two different, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can just play around it with
This thing.
creating addition, subtraction, multiplication,
Yeah.
and division. Okay. So just stop sharing.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So we did cover those things now. Then after arithmetic operators, we'll try covering unary arithmetic operators. See, this is just tell you what does v val plus plus and minus minus. We did do this in our algorithms that we wrote.
Algorithm.
Right, writing plus plus is you're incrementing that value by 1.
Yes.
Minus minus, you're decrementing that value by 1.
Okay.
So that these are things
Representation
then you will have one sample also to test that these things are fine. Let us see what we can try in our next video, next session. Then there are relational operators. Okay, we'll see this. We'll try solving these problems also. Relational operators, let us cover in our next session. Okay. We'll use relational operators and we'll see what the output will be. Then there are logical operators. Just give a thought before coming into next class. Just give a thought on this. Okay, what are relational operators? And then logical operators. What does logical and mean? What does logical or mean? Okay. Then there is bitwise operators, assignment operators. Assignment operation, this we have already done. See, this is nothing but you are assigning. You are assigning this variable a as 6. That is what it means by assign operation. Here you see, there are 3 variables declared, right? Int a, b, and c.
Yes.
In this line, they are assigning a value to those variables. A is equal to b is equal to c is equal to 100. That means all 3 variables are assigned as 100. So when it prints as this. Println a is equal to a value, b value, c value. So it gives me a 100, b 100, and c 100. Assignment thing we have already been doing that, right? So that's okay. So we need to cover unary arithmetic operator. Unary arithmetic operator, that is incrementing and decrementing. Relational, logical, and then Java compound assignment. Compound assignment is also, this is also fine. You people have seen this. Writing a plus is equal to 6. This is same as writing a is equal to a plus 6. So that is called compound assignments. Next, we'll start with conditional operators, if statements, if a statement, else statement. Those are called conditional statements. And then we do have instance, data types, variables, modifiers. Okay. We'll see. We'll just follow this in next classes. And wherever we see these methods now, what you have to do is you have to just copy this and paste, or you can write the class and you can cross verify by running your program if you get the same output or not. Okay. So in next 2-3 classes, we'll just cover all of these, and then we'll go to flow control thing, where we'll have our statements, if else statements, for loops. Quickly we'll cover up those things. Okay, guys.
Okay.
I think we can end this session here itself. Okay. We did.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. See you in next class, guys.
Okay.
Thank
Thank you
you
so
all.
much.
Tomorrow, same timing?
Tomorrow let us keep it from 9 to 10.
9
Today
to
it
10,
just
daily 9
ended
to
up.
10.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
thank you.